Coverage you can count on continues. With Storm Team 10 meteorologist Everett Lau.
Take a look at this wintry view from Fairbanks Park here in Terre Haute. WTHI's Ron Van Osdal shot this video for us earlier today. Looks like some ice floating on the river, but that's actually ice that's piled up on top of some sandbars out there. We're expecting that snow to disappear and the river to rise over the next week as we do have some rain in the forecast. But as we start to warm up and we still have the cold ground, that could lead to some slick conditions during the day tomorrow. So a winter weather advisory has been posted for a good part of the News 10 viewing area. Depending on where you are, depends on the timing. First areas they're going to see this is going to be Illinois counties along the north of I-70 tomorrow morning. Most of us join the winter weather advisory as we get into tomorrow evening because we're expecting a couple different rounds of that freezing rain. As we look at the Storm Team 10 storm tracker right now, not noticing much activity. We have cloud cover starting to build in from the west, but we're going to see more of those clouds move in during the overnight hours. For most of us, the night's going to be dry. We can zoom out on the storm tracker and you'll see across Missouri, we're already seeing some areas of some wintry mix, some freezing rain lifting across the Show Me State, and that's going to be headed toward the Wabash Valley as we get into the early morning hours, but that round mostly going to impact northern parts of the area. So we'll look at that on Futurecast now. Again, here's midnight. We'll see that cloud cover overspread the area. We'll stop the clock at 8. You can see some of that freezing rain trying to work into western parts of the News 10 viewing area, and some models have this staying more to the north. But as we get toward lunchtime, we kind of see a little bit of a break in the activity. So we could catch a break in the middle part of the day, but then that next wave of precipitation really moves in as we get into the evening hours. Here's 5 o'clock. You can see that overspreading the area once again. So many of us, that's when we have the best chance to see this freezing rain is going to be tomorrow evening and then going into Monday night as well. But over the course of Monday night, we're going to see temperatures continue to rise, so eventually any freezing rain going to be transitioning back over to the rain, and that's what we'll be dealing with for a good part of the day on Tuesday as our temperatures end up making it into the 40s by the time we get to Tuesday. So the slick conditions are expected, especially during Monday evening. If you'll be traveling Monday night, that's when I think we could have most of the problems with some of that wintry weather. But as we get into the day Tuesday, everything changing back over to rain. So with our freezing rain potential, when this is going to be happening, again, it's going to be 2 rounds. First one along the north of I-70 in Illinois, primarily from about 4 o'clock in the morning to noon tomorrow. And the second round moves in late tomorrow afternoon, going into Tuesday morning. When all is said and done, we could see up to 0.15 of an inch of ice. That doesn't seem like much, but that's more than enough to cause slick spots, especially on untreated road surfaces. And again, we're going to be seeing just a light drizzle, but because the ground is so cold, because of how cold it's been recently, that's going to be creating that layer of ice, which could lead to some problems, especially on the untreated surfaces. Maybe not so much of a concern as Aaron was mentioning earlier on trees and power lines, since the air temperature is going to be a little bit above freezing, but we'll certainly be keeping an eye on the potential for some of those icy conditions. After that, though, it's not going to be hanging around long. We make it into the lower 40s on Tuesday, even into the low 50s by the time we get to Thursday. So it's going to be warming up, but not for tonight. Still going to be a cold night now. 18 here in Terre Haute along with Rockville at 16 in Brazil. The winds picked up a little bit out of the south, so that's dropping wind chill values down to the single digits if you are out and about tonight. 7 is what it feels like in Mattoon and Paris, and 9 in Vincennes. We're actually where we'll be for our overnight lows. We'll see temperatures warming up as we go through the next few hours, becoming breezy as well with wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour. And then for the day tomorrow, cloudy and breezy. Temperatures right around the freezing mark. Areas of freezing rain in the morning, again in the northwestern areas, and then a better chance as we get into the evening. So freezing rain tomorrow night, then changing over to rain. Light ice accumulations are going to be a possibility with temperatures again right around the freezing mark. But then we warm up nicely as we get into the 7-day forecast and keep a daily chance for rain Wednesday, Thursday, then a break on Friday, and another chance of rain as we head into next weekend. But if you're tired of the colder weather, we are certainly warming up.